Hello, glory to God. It's Jurgis. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We're starting chapter 1 on Tito Colliander's book, Way of the Ascetics, a collection of writings from the early church fathers that covered 1,000 years up into the 14th century. I have a link below to a free copy of this book. And if you want a hard copy of it, there's also a link to Amazon where you can purchase it. And so a little housekeeping. I hope to do a video every maybe 2 or 3 days. If you're interested in knowing when these will come out, hit the subscribe button. I think it's down below, and notification. It would be very helpful for you to read on your own. Again, it's not going to take long, which is why I chose this book. You know, I know people are busy. And so let's start with chapter 1, which kind of talks about this. So oftentimes, you know, we have good intentions. Again, this life of the ascetic is basically addressed to baptized Christians who've received the Holy Spirit. Because if you are not baptized, you do not have the Holy Spirit. It kind of goes back to what I said before. You might intellectually say that these make sense, these are worthy teachings to follow, but part of being able to follow is to grow our faith, to trust, to lower ourselves and rely more on God. And to do that, you have to be of God through Jesus Christ. Chapter 1 is called On the Resolute and Sustained Purpose. It tells us, you know, faith comes by as you grow in faith. It's because you practice, you rely more and more outside of yourself. Again, it doesn't make sense. We want control of our lives. We want to be in control. We always want to say, I trust God. But our ways in which we live our lives basically says, I trust myself. I trust my job. I trust my company. I trust my bank account. I trust my 401k. I trust my country. I trust a family I'm part of. I trust my religion I was born into. And we need to trust and grow in faith. And so it goes on to say that Abraham was 75 years old when he basically started. It's never too late. And so it's trying to encourage us that we might have had a lifetime, or maybe not a lifetime, a decade of things taking our vision away, our focus away from spiritual things to more secular materialist things, but it's never too late. Stop making excuses. We need to just do it. Chapter 1 also talks about the prodigal son. If you remember, he wanted his inheritance from his father now. He knew he wanted to go, and he wanted not to wait for his father to die. He wanted what he wanted now. And his father lovingly, even though he missed him, let him go. And it wasn't until he was feeding the pigs, he had lost everything that he'd received from his father on, vices and ways he should not live. And as he's feeding the food, the scraps to the pigs, he's realizing even the servants in his father's house ate better than this, and here I am not even having this to eat, and I'm feeding it to pigs. And at that point, he got up, turned, and went back. And so chapter 1 tells us that we need to make the decision to get up, turn, not have excuses to put off, just to do, commit ourselves to experience again, the purity that we had in our baptism, to say, regardless of the past, it's not too late. We need to intentionally get out and walk this way. And so chapter 1 is very encouraging, but it's very direct to us. No excuses. We can do this, and if we want to have excuses why we can't, we'll never do it, because it's always an excuse to keep us from doing what we should be doing. There'll be a better time. We might have a different job, or I'm not unemployed, or I'm married, or the sickness is past. I'm not saying that they're not legitimate, but we're talking about faith, walking, stepping out. And so how do we step out if we always have things that say, it doesn't make sense, I can't do this now? So anyways, chapter 1 is behind us. See, that wasn't so bad. And chapter 2 will be a couple of days. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're able to travel a bit more, but God is sovereign overall. So be patient, pray, trust, and let's step out on faith. We'll talk to you later on. Have a great day. Bye.